Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 common YouTube channel mistakes that you might be making and that you need to fix. So, I think the majority of YouTubers that are trying to build a channel, especially new YouTubers, make these mistakes, and it's something that I had to learn the hard way, so I'd like to help you not have to spend a bunch of time with trial and error learning these the hard way like I did. So the first one is not experimenting with different content. So you should always be experimenting with different types of content. Should you build on what's working? Yes. Should you eliminate what's not working? Yes. But you always need to be trying other things as well. Try some of the things that are similar to what your competition is doing. That gets a lot of views, that gets a lot of likes. Try some things that maybe worked on a blog, or try different ways of presenting your content. Try different ways of explaining your content. Always be experimenting with different topics and different things that can potentially take you to the next level. So let me give you some examples. One, you may have noticed that I've done a few videos where I do like a screen share of me using an app. So I would go on my phone, I have an app that allows me to do screen sharing, and I'll have maybe a review of an app that makes money, or some kind of entrepreneurship app or something like that. So for instance, if you want to see the example, you can go to How to Make Money with Apps for Android episode 1 on YouTube. And what I did is I'm in an app. It's called SlideJoy in this particular case, and what I'm doing is I'm going through all the different pages of the app, using it, and showing you how it works. So it's kind of a little different from what most of my videos are, but as you can see, it got 5,800 views, and it's a pretty solid video. So might do more of those in the future because people seem to like them. So that's kind of a little change of pace video I might do every once in a while. Another thing I experimented with, of course, is list posts. You may see that I do a lot more list posts than I used to do. People like a list of options. They don't like to just be narrowed down to one thing all the time. So if you're doing a tutorial where you teach people how to do one thing, that might be good, but you might change it up and show people different options that they might have, or different things that include, how to do it this way, how to do it another way, alternate uses of a product, things like that. So you'll notice that some of my most popular videos are involving a list of things, maybe a list of business ideas, or a list of sites that you can make money from freelancing on, the top freelancing sites, like this one, or it's called the 7 best sites to make money freelancing in 2017. So things like that, you need to be experimenting. Obviously, you want to be consistent with what your channel is about. You don't want to venture out into other industries. So if you have a cooking channel, you don't want to start doing videos randomly about marketing, because people will be confused and you'll get less subscribers and you'll lose some subscribers. So you want to stay in the same industry, but you want to try different formats, different types of videos, different topics that people might be interested in, and things like that. That's how you grow. That's how you find out what works best, is by doing stuff that works, but also experimenting in there as well. Another mistake a lot of YouTubers make is not thinking about advertisers. So I've noticed this a lot, and YouTube really started cracking down on this very recently. Here around spring 2017, they had a big ad boycott where major brands were leaving, like Audi and AT&T and Walmart and all these big companies that advertise on YouTube. So what they did was they saw that some of their ads were being next to videos that had explicit content, or offensive content, or very, controversial content. on YouTube. So they didn't want their brand being anywhere near that stuff, so they stopped advertising on YouTube for a while until they fixed it. So you want to be very advertiser friendly no matter what you do. Even if you're doing comedy, you don't want to go too far and do things that could get your channel hurt. So, for instance, my channel doesn't have much of a problem with this because it's mostly about entrepreneurship, business, making money, becoming independent, and some other channels that are more about comedy and entertainment and stuff have a harder time staying within what advertisers want to see. So, for instance, if you go to pretty much any popular video on YouTube, like this is a TED Talk video, for instance, you'll notice there's an ad that plays before it, and you can skip the ad usually within 5 seconds or so, as you can see here, and we see these all the time. There's also an ad up here in the top right corner above the other videos that are related. So these ads are what pays the bills. That's what a lot of YouTubers depend on for income, or at least part of their income. So if you're not advertiser friendly, not only are you going to have less ads and less revenue, but you're more likely to get strikes and things against your channel. So YouTube will probably give you less views, meaning if you're doing affiliate links and other ways of making money from your channel, you're going to be hurt by that as well. So one thing you want to do is look at your channel. So go to your creator studio, go down to channel, and then go to status and features. You want to make sure your copyright status is good. Never use music without permission or without buying the rights to use it. Never use, images you don't have the rights to use, things like that. Another thing, community guidelines strikes. So you don't want to offend people, take real controversial positions on stuff that could hurt your brand with advertisers and your community. You don't want to mislead people by making them think they're going to see something in a video through your title and your thumbnail and then doing something completely different. Maybe like network marketing. Some people do network marketing for a full-time online business, but many of those channels got taken down because of community guideline strikes, for instance, because sometimes those can be very misleading to people. So things like that you want to avoid. You want to avoid, doing too much foul language. Obviously a little bit probably won't hurt you, but you don't want to do, like PewDiePie. We'll talk more about him in a minute, but he's got one of the most popular channels on YouTube ever. And he did a few jokes about some very sensitive topics, political based, other things, and people really got offended, and so some of his videos got demonetized and things like that. That costs you money, and it can make your job a lot harder on YouTube. So be very careful, be very advertiser friendly, and be very community friendly. Another problem is people don't care enough about analytics in many cases, so that's why their channel doesn't grow. It wasn't until I started paying attention to my analytics that I started to grow my channel consistently. So every once in a while I'd have a good video maybe that would do above average, but I couldn't duplicate it because I didn't know why it was above average. And then I would have others that would do way below average and I didn't know why. So I didn't know to eliminate those types of videos. If you look at your analytics, you will be able to compare all the numbers of all your videos side by side, and then you can know what kind of stuff doesn't work, what performs the worst of all your videos. Then you can stop doing stuff like that. What performs better than average? What are your top 10 videos? What are they about? How are they formatted? You need to do more stuff like that to grow your channel. It's very simple. Analytics don't lie. Analytics are a big part of your success. So let me tell you, one of the most important analytics that you need to pay attention to right now is total watch time. So total watch time is about, how much time people are spending on YouTube or on that video watching it. That's what will make you more money. That's what gets you more views. That's what gets you more engagement. And that's what makes YouTube's algorithm like you more and be more likely to promote your content to your subscribers. If you don't have much total watch time, even if you have a bunch of subscribers, most of your subscribers won't see your content if you're not delivering consistent content that gets good watch time. So it's not so much you need to worry about how much watch time do you get per video. So like average view duration you see over here. You don't need to worry too much about that because, different videos may be different lengths, and people will usually watch about the same percentage of just about any video you do. So if people watch 50% of most of your videos or 30% of most of your videos, you can produce more content, you can produce longer content, you can, do a few different things to just increase your total watch time. But if you can just increase your total watch time every month and you just focused on that one thing, you would grow your channel every month, you would make more money every month, and you would become more popular and get more subscribers every month. So total watch time, one thing you really want to pay attention to on your analytics, but you always need to be looking at because it tells you which videos are doing the best and which videos are doing the worst. You see at the bottom. So always be paying attention to that to know what you need to do next. Another thing you want to do when you're looking at analytics and you're looking at your numbers is what have you done lately. So that'll tell you like what's been going on the last month, what's been going on the last week. You can also look at your engagement. So you can see as far as numbers, just going to your video manager and then going to videos in your creator studio for your channel, you can see your views, comments, likes, and dislikes just looking at that. So that really helps to see, okay, what have I done lately that really took off quickly? So for instance, this video took off pretty quickly and it was a very recent video. 5 ways to make passive income like rich people in 2017. You just look at the ones that stick out. This one did fairly well. Some of them won't do as well as others. So for instance, this one only has 1,200 plus views. So even though it has really good engagement ratios, like a like to dislike ratio, best times to post on social media doesn't apply to a lot of my subscribers. They're not interested in that as much as maybe how to make passive income. So maybe in the future I might do more passive income style videos than social media posting. So just things like that, little bits of analysis like that will take you a long way using your analytics and using your latest videos and looking at the numbers. Number 4, another problem I've seen with a lot of YouTubers is not posting at least every other day. So if you want to kind of learn how to make a living from this, one thing that helped me was just posting more often. So not only did that increase views just naturally because you're posting more often, let's say every video you do gets 50 views. If you start posting 10 a week instead of 2, then you're going to get a lot more views. But you get more subscribers. When you get more subscribers, because they're seeing that you're going to post stuff pretty often and they want to see your future content, when you get more subscribers, you get a bigger boost as soon as you post a video. So instead of getting 50 views in the first day for your video that's new, you'll get 200 views in the first day. So then you keep going up as you get more subscribers and as you post more often. But you'll notice a lot of the top YouTube channels, they have people that post very often. Now, if you are looking at channels that don't post that often and get a lot of views, a lot of times the reason for that is because they have a very big production. They do like, a Taylor Swift music video, which has hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars put into it. And that's just a different thing. That's a completely different genre. So unless you're a very good, best-selling music artist, or you do something like Dude Perfect, where they have this big production and crazy stunts and stuff that they do that cost a lot of time and money to produce one video. Most people on YouTube have more user-generated content. They're using their phones. They're using their home setup. They're using a daily vlog of what their family's up to or stuff like that. it's a lot less production time and a lot less money into the production. So you need to post more often to hit the same levels as these other ones. So like PewDiePie, for instance, although he has a lot of sponsors and stuff like that, but in many cases he's not going to do as big of a production as, say, an Eminem music video or a movie trailer for Wonder Woman or something like that. So he posts more often. So for instance, if you look at PewDiePie, one of the top channels ever, he posts usually every day or every other day at least. So take it from someone who has kind of made a very good living, millions of dollars off of YouTube. And as you can see, the estimate is that he makes around $361,000 a month, and that's not including sponsorships and all the other stuff. That's just ads. But when you have a smaller production channel, you need to be posting at least every other day if possible. So that's like 3 or 4 times a week. If you can do more, you should do more, as long as it doesn't compromise your quality. Number 5, another mistake YouTubers make is not promoting videos. So if you're just hoping to, go along the line of build it and they will come, that's not really how it works, especially when you're starting out. You have to build up a base of subscribers. You have to stand out. You have to either rank in search results or get a bunch of traffic and get on the home page of YouTube or getting the trending videos area on YouTube and things like that to really get that first big start to build momentum for your channel. So not promoting your videos is a mistake, and it can actually help you make money in other ways if you promote your channel the right way. Now, if you go to a video, so for instance, if I was back on that TED Talks video, if I wanted to share it, one way that you can do that is going to the share button here, clicking the share button, and then you can share it on Twitter, StumblePond, Dig, Google+, Pinterest, Tumblr, LinkedIn, Facebook, and all the others. Now, some of these aren't going to work as well as they used to. Now, you can still, like for instance, if the social media platform like Twitter or Facebook has its own video platform, it's not going to give you as much views as it used to, because now they're competing and they're not going to give as much juice to your shared YouTube video. They would rather you upload it directly to their platform. So Facebook, if you're posting a video on Facebook, for instance, you'll want to upload it directly like I did and use their own platform. So for instance, you get a lot of reach when you do a video on Facebook, whereas if you do like a link, which is what it would be if you shared the YouTube video directly, you would only get like a very small fraction of the reach on your Facebook page. So going back to, that video, you can share on StumblePond, no problem. Dig, no problem. Google+, of course. Google owns YouTube, so there's no problem there. Pinterest, no problem. Tumblr, no problem. LinkedIn, no problem. But Facebook and Twitter have their own video platforms now, so you may not even bother with those. Reddit, you want to be careful with Reddit. You don't want to look like a spammer or someone who just cares about marketing. You have to have something that really is in the right subreddit and that really is appropriate for the conversation being had before you post it on Reddit. But it can work. So I would avoid sharing it as a link on Facebook and Twitter. Share it on all those other ones. Another thing you can do is embed it on your blog post. If you have a WordPress blog, you can do that. Many of the other website builders allow it now. If you post on LinkedIn, if you post blog posts on LinkedIn, you can embed videos in there too now. But for instance, if you go to selfmadesuccess.com, I have a lot of the videos embedded in blog posts. And I talk about it in the blog post form, or you can see it in video form to consume the content however is best for you. But this is a great way to get more views by posting it on another website that you own. Like I said, Facebook, you need to do it directly on Facebook and just work on building your page, because sharing a YouTube link on Facebook just doesn't get you anywhere anymore. So that's how you would promote videos. Do not skip that part. And last but not least, number 6, another problem many YouTubers make is not investing in decent audio. It took me a long time before I even noticed it. It just happened to be something that I've seen complaints in the comments, and most of the comments I was getting were positive. They're like, hey, I love your content, but your audio could be better. Stuff like that shows you that, hey, I better make this change. I better improve my quality, or some of these people might unsubscribe. So investing in decent audio has really helped out a lot in terms of the quality of videos. And you'll notice that the top YouTube channels always have clear audio. So my advice, go ahead and get the audio system you need from the start, and don't waste money on the other stuff when you're going to need to upgrade anyway. It's not too much to do this. So I've experimented with a few different things as far as that goes when it comes to audio. So you can go back and look at one of my earlier videos, like let's say you look at some of my videos from like 2015 or even early 2016, most of 2016 actually, and you'll notice the audio wasn't as good. I had a little bit of background static, a little background ringing maybe, and even though I had good numbers, like if you look at the likes versus dislikes, I have 490 versus 21 dislikes on this video. It did well, but early on I didn't have very good audio equipment because I didn't realize how bad it was until people were really telling me about it. So you don't want to have a bunch of background noise. You want to go ahead and get some kind of audio system, and I recommend the Focusrite Scarlett Studio bundle because it just comes with everything you need and it's high quality. It's literally what I'm using right now for this video. So I did a bunch of searching and looked at a lot of reviews, and there's some YouTube videos that you can look up as well where they do like an audio comparison of different mics throughout the video to show you the differences. And this is pretty much what the better one was, and it's really good for the money. It's not too expensive. It's not like a huge production setup, but you can go through, figure out which one you need. You can get just the interface. You'll probably want to get the one with the mic. You probably don't need the headphones. Mostly the mic and the interface are what you're going to need. But this way, it's not just your computer recording your audio. It's going through that interface and then USB to your computer. So it works much better, much higher quality. So this is going to also be used for music and recording stuff like that as well if you're into that. But I would recommend one of these interface bundles. You may even need one with a boomstick here and a pop stopper, or if you make like a hard P sound in your mic, it stops that. Boomstick allows you to put your mic on something because it doesn't really come with a mic stand. So just things like that can make a huge difference in terms of audio, and they're not too expensive. That's really the one main piece of equipment besides your computer that you need for a YouTube channel. So other than that, that's it for this video. If you feel like you learned something, if you feel like you got some good information from this, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video, if you want to let me know about some other tips and mistakes you've noticed on YouTube or your own experiences, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I know the others watching this video would love to hear your feedback as well. And I'll try to get the links, show notes, and related content to this video on a page for you at selfmadesuccess.com soon, and also get a link in the video description for that as well. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day.